All right, man. So I appreciate you coming to talk, something with your friends. Do you want to start by introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Frankie.
Frankie?
From Long Island.
Long Island. Okay.
What's your name?
You look like you're from Long Island. I don't know if you get that a lot, the accent. I'm from New York as well, but not the
Okay.
city. My name is Brandon. So you want to be convinced, right? That's kind of what you said?
Hey, you have a sign. I'm coming up, and I'm just seeing you want me to come talk to you, so I'm just coming to talk. Yeah.
I appreciate the conversation for sure.
Yeah.
So the easiest thing to do, just so we're on the same page, I'm going to start by defining veganism.
Okay.
And I just want you to tell me what you disagree with, all right?
Okay.
And I'm assuming you're not vegan, right?
I'm not vegan.
All right, cool. A vegetarian?
No.
No.
I eat meat.
Eat everything, okay. So veganism is an ideology that rejects the commodification of animals, right? So that means you don't want to use them, abuse them, or kill them for food, clothing, entertainment, or anything else. So what about that definition do you disagree with?
Do I disagree with anything that the I don't disagree with what you believe and what you want to put in your body or what you do and not want to put in your body. I just eat meat.
Okay, so let me reword it. That definition is an ideology where we reject what we're doing to animals, right? Reject the commodification, reject using them as products, right?
Okay.
So you're saying that you disagree with that rejection. You think it's okay for us to kill animals for food, kill them for clothing. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not disagreeing with anything. I just eat meat, and that's just my.
All right,
my
so let me.
own-
I
my
could.
own, I think it tastes good,
Okay.
and I actually went to a sushi place today. I had some ribs,
Okay.
some steak, teriyaki. It was delicious,
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay, so I could break that down a little further because I think we're talking past each other a little bit.
Sure,
so, in order to commit an action, right, you have to have a reason or a justification behind it, right?
Sure.
Saying that you just eat meat, right?
Yeah.
Is essentially because you are contributing to animal agriculture. You have to disagree with something in that definition. Because that definition is saying we shouldn't be doing what you're doing, right? So if you don't disagree with any of that definition, then that's why you should be vegan. But if you do disagree with something in that definition, then I'd like to know what it is so that way I can address what you disagree with, right? So let me break it down further. Why do you eat meat? Why do you think it's morally okay to eat meat?
You know, I actually grew up having these thoughts like, is it okay for us to just kill animals and have them on our plate, and but I don't disagree with anyone who wants to be vegan. I believe that it is definitely your prerogative if you want to. I just believe I've never been on camera, so I'm just trying to
That's cool.
trying to calm down, focus.
Sure. Just think about it, man.
Yeah, I definitely think it's against. It makes me feel bad for the animals that do die and that are just used as meat, as cattle, as just an object.
Okay.
To be able to put in there, I do feel bad.
So you can.
I wouldn't want to go and kill the animal myself.
Oh, okay.
I would not want to do that.
Can we
And
start from there?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Okay. So you say that you like meat, you eat meat, right? You eat
Yes.
animal products like dairy, eggs, I'm assuming.
Yes.
But you just said that, not only do you not like what happens to the animals, but you couldn't do it yourself.
I'm not an avid hunter. I do not participate. I just go and buy it.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, if you wouldn't be comfortable doing it yourself, I would say that is a contradiction.
Okay.
Right? So
I agree.
Right. So again, that's another reason precisely why you should be vegan, right? If you think about what happens to the animals to get on your plate or to get in the grocery store,
Sure.
and you disagree with what happens to them, right? You would rather not contribute to what happens to them.
Sure.
Then you don't have to. And that's exactly why you should be vegan, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want to contribute to what happens to animals, if you, especially when we can get all of our nutrition, everything we need from plant-based sources, then there is no justification, according to your logic, for continuing to do so.
Okay.
Right? And I talk to a lot of people who kind of accept that there's a contradiction, and then from here, it's really you either have another objection that you think might be a consistent position, or you either change your actions to align with your logic and your morality.
Be congruent with what you believe.
Exactly.
So if I feel bad about if I were to go slaughter an animal, it would definitely, I would definitely feel some sympathy for that animal because it's just life. It's pure, created in God's image.
Okay.
Do we agree there? Do we agree there? It's created in God's image.
So I'm an
Everything's
atheist,
created in
so
God's image?
we're going to
Okay.
disagree there a little
Vegan
bit.
and atheist.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
This
Yeah.
is where God is great. He leaves all these animals here for us to, no, I don't want to be on camera,
Okay.
but for us to eat. I mean, it's the circle of life. They eat smaller animals eat smaller reptiles.
Actually, so
and
the
circle
animals
of
that
life.
we eat is not the circle of life, and I could explain how that is. So, I do talk to a lot of Christians. I'm assuming you're Christian, right? Catholic, okay. So I do talk to a lot of people of religion who make the God put the animals here for us. But factory farming, which is where over 95% of animal products come from, we breed those animals ourselves. So technically those are actually man-made animals. So we artificially breed them, we put them in cages, and we slaughter them by the billions. So to say it's a circle of life, it really is not. What it is it's us creating a very immoral and harmful system just for our desire to eat.
Because we're overpopulated now. But back in the day, it was just, normal for a hunter to go out.
Yeah, because we need to meet the demand of food.
Exactly, exactly. So this has been going on for a long time. But, fishing, are vegans against fishing?
Yes.
You are, wow.
Because they're sentient, yeah.
Wow, so that's what I mean.
But
at the
again,
end of the
fishing is
sentient?
also commercial. Yeah, they are
What
sentient.
is sentient? What is
Sentient
It
means you have
the ability
to feel
think.
pain, feel joy, have somewhat of a
So
conscience.
what a lot of the hunters
How do
do,
you know that they're sentient?
So most, again, there's debate about like mollusks or like lobsters even. There is some debate, so I'm agnostic on that. But when it comes to major sea life, like octopus, most fish, dolphins, sharks, whales, when it comes to most other animals like cows, chickens, pigs, dogs, cats, elephants, chimpanzees, scientific consensus tells us they are sentient.
Do you mind if I film?
No, go for it. Okay. So again, like, I understand you said you would feel sympathy for killing a sentient
100%.
animal.
I wouldn't hurt a fly. I wouldn't want to, intentionally harm life. But if I need to eat,
But you don't need to eat animals. So
Okay.
that's the thing that I think that's
what
where.
should I eat?
So there's a lot.
nutritional value, you do need that nutrition. I mean,
You need
they
nutrition,
start-
but you don't need animal products. And I can tell you exactly what to substitute, what nutrients. There's nothing magical in animal products where you need to eat them. What's important is getting enough calories, getting enough protein, getting enough micro and macronutrients, the other ones like fat and carbs. You can get all of what you need on a vegan diet. It's not just me saying that, although I have been vegan for almost 7 years, and I guarantee you if you compare my blood to anyone else's blood, I will have better health markers, just because I am tracking what I eat and I have put a lot of knowledge and thought into what I'm eating. Now, the average person doesn't do that, even though I think they should put more effort in, but
Do you eat multiple times throughout the day? You have to eat more, or do you feel more full from a meal of plants?
yeah, well, calories are the same. So like if you need 2,800 calories to maintain your weight,
Yeah.
you got to eat that whether you're eating animal products or vegan. But again, like unless you have any better peer-reviewed research, because I have sources, we have tons of peer-reviewed research that support vegans to be healthy at all stages of life. Not only support it, but vegans are actually at the lowest risk of most of our chronic diseases. Heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity.
So what I was going to say is I understand where you're coming from with that, and everything in moderation. So like the problem is, yes, like you said, they're creating these animals instead of letting them run wild and us going out there and capturing them,
Yeah.
because the population is way too overpopulated now.
Sure.
Whereas hunters back in the day, they used to go out and they would actually thank God after they killed the animal, and they thank it and give praise to God for the fact that he let that animal give up its life for his life to proceed. So like now it's getting a little different, whereas they're putting all these chemicals in every food now. So by being vegan, you could kind of go around all those chemicals, and so you will be healthier in that mark. But also if you put your time into being a healthy meat eater,
No,
and
so-
making sure that you don't get those pigs that were raised in the small little kennel, and you get the fresh farm raised ones that are able to run about and able to be a little healthier. So now they're healthier, you're healthier.
So a couple things.
You are what you eat. So
No,
you
so
gotta get healthier.
So a couple things. So when you just mentioned a number of things. So number one, you keep bringing up the fact that we have a large human population, right? By saying that, you're kind of you're not really making a point because we can't cut the population down. You're not for genociding half the population,
No,
right?
absolutely
Right.
not.
So that's a problem that's going to exist, and we got like if we're going to have animal agriculture exist and we want a free market, we have to supply the people with we have to supply the demand, and we need factory farming. There's no sustainable way to do it without factory farming, right? So that's one thing.
Right.
Another thing is
Less chemical.
you brought up chemicals. All of the things in animal products that increase our risk of chronic diseases or even deadly diseases like heart disease, diabetes, type 2, high blood pressure.
Them in to make it last long.
No. It has nothing to do with chemicals. So what's in animal products specifically that contribute to heart disease, our number one killer, is not a chemical. It's the actual saturated fat and cholesterol that is in their fat tissue and in their muscle, their meat. So it's not because, like, even if you buy the best, cleanest, grass-fed backyard pig or cow, you're still with enough consumption of that, you are going to be increasing your risk of heart disease with high saturated fat and cholesterol.
Like if you switched up, you don't eat pork one night, maybe
Well,
a hamburger the next night, and the next night you eat a little chicken.
well, no.
and the
All
next
of that
night you
would
eat,
contribute to your high cholesterol. So
I have a
the
question for you.
number one second.
Yes.
The number one risk factor of heart disease is a high saturated fat and high cholesterol diet,
If you don't-
apart from obesity. But you just mix pork with burgers and chicken. All of that has saturated fat and cholesterol. So you wouldn't
Not
avoid
all
the
at
issue.
the same time, I mean, you're going to do this over a period of time. You're not going to saturate yourself with the saturated fats. You're going to.
But all those animal products have saturated fat and
You
cholesterol.
burn it off. No, you get
can't-
rid of all that stuff.
No, you can't burn off saturated fat and cholesterol. If with enough serum cholesterol
you
levels,
also need a little bit of that.
no, you create all the cholesterol you need, and we have tons of peer-reviewed research that support that. But so that's the thing, and what I would also argue is with the humane thing that you said. Even when we go out and hunt these animals, and thank God or whatever, even when we hunt these animals, I would still say that's immoral because if we don't need to kill them, right, we're doing it just because we want to, and that's unjustified. These animals, they have a will to
If you
live,
don't eat the
they feel
meat
pain,
and
they
you're
feel.
just going out there for a skeleton, then that's one thing. But if
But you don't have to eat the meat. You could just eat plants. You don't have to eat the meat, right?
But I don't agree with the fact that you don't need that in your diet to be
Do
healthy.
you have any peer-reviewed? I have pages and pages of peer-reviewed studies of scientific literature. So you're going against scientific consensus. All of the best organizations we have, World Health Organization, the Academy of Nutrition
I don't
Dietetics.
trust those organizations to give
Okay,
you the
well,
advice that I have.
but then
you
you're
know what I
going.
mean?
Okay, well then that's a whole nother argument.
Because
But
again, we could go into the COVID facts. They were telling us all sorts of wrong information.
Right,
The WHO
well,
was.
so
but
COVID
now
is-
you're going from the basis of WHO.
But
with
COVID
their
had a-
nutritional facts, and I don't
so-
believe them because you got to take that with a grain of salt.
So it's not just WHO. There's tons of other independent researchers who are doing these studies. But COVID was a little bit unique because it was a random pandemic that sprung out of nowhere. So obviously we could get things wrong. The testing could have been flawed.
Right.
But when something like nutrition, we've been studying it for decades. So there's a lot more backing nutritional science. But you had a question. Go for it, man.
Okay. What was your name?
Brandon.
Brandon. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time and
Of course.
and I respect your opinion. So a person like me, I'm in the gym. I want to get fucking swole. How do I bulk up? And I like that you laughed.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I released the tension a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Fucking swole.
For you,
Let me finish my question,
Sure,
please.
sure. I'm going to show you. a
How
picture.
do I bulk up on a protein-based plant diet
Sure.
and increase my body weight and my muscle?
Sure. Would you say this guy's pretty swole? Would you say he's got some muscle on him a little bit?
I would say I
Squat
would say
415
I
for
would say
3.
He definitely looks like he works out. and
Yeah,
eats-
squat.
Eats a lot.
So I power lifted on a vegan diet. Now I wasn't completely vegan the whole time, but from the ages of 18 to about 21, I power lifted on a vegan diet. So there's nothing. So
What'd you lift?
so my best lifts, I squatted 415, deadlifted 440, and then benched 265. I'm actually getting back into it recently now, but we'll see about that. But to answer your question, I need to get an understanding of what you're looking for. So like, how much protein do you eat a day?
I eat the amount of protein that I eat is my body weight in grams.
Okay.
So I guess 160 grams.
Okay, so number
That's
one.
what I aim to eat per day.
Okay, and that's fine if that's your aim.
Yes.
The research shows us you actually don't need that much protein. So
Yeah.
you need about 0.5 to 0.7 grams per pound of body weight.
pound.
But even if you go for that, that's fine. I get 130 grams
Yeah.
without even trying. No protein shake, no protein bars, no supplements. That's just whole foods. You add in a protein shake, you're at 150, right? Or 160 if you add a scoop and a half, right?
Sure.
So, and there's vegan protein shakes.
What am I eating to achieve my protein goal?
Sure. There's a variety of plant-based protein sources. So you have whole grains like rices, quinoas, pastas. My personal favorite is red lentil pasta, which is pasta made out of a legume, or lentils are legumes. So you have a lot of great micronutrients as well as high in protein. A bowl of that is like 30 grams of protein. And then you have legumes, like I mentioned, chickpeas, black beans, yep, chickpea pasta, red lentil pasta, yep, so lentils. You have like nutritional yeast. For 2 tablespoons, it's 5 grams of protein, and you get like 1,000% of your B12, which is an essential nutrient. So, and I track all my food, I could show you after. It is incredibly, once you get away from meat and you actually go into the nutrition, it is not only incredibly feasible, it's cheaper, and it's perfectly adequate protein that you get on a plant-based diet.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so I should eat lentils, I should eat quinoa, I should
for
eat...
protein, yeah.
Okay.
And I would say that the biggest thing, the most important thing when we're talking about bulking is calories, right? Number one is, what a lot of people do when they go vegan, they undereat because they think they gotta eat fruits and vegetable juices. If you are eating the right number of calories, you will not lose weight, right? So do you know how many calories you're approximately eating now?
I don't really count it as much as I used to.
Okay.
But
You
I
just
would
go off a
definitely
feel,
aim
kinda?
for like around 2,500, between like 2,000, 2,500.
Yeah, so easy, I
I'm a
eat,
shorter guy,
yeah.
so I definitely need less.
I get 2,800 calories a day, right? So it's more than doable. So again, like peanut butter, I eat 2 peanut butter sandwiches, whole grain bread. That's not only a lot of protein, you get healthy fats, you get a lot of calories. You could eat oatmeal in the morning. I eat cereal.
Is there some type of oil in peanut butter?
Not a natural
that-
peanut butter, no.
Not natural. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you
talk
just get
about-
regular peanut butter. Yeah. The you're thinking of hydrogenated oils and like Skippy.
seed oil,
Yeah, I
stuff
stay
like
away
that.
from that. Yeah.
Canola.
So again, when we're looking at that, right? So back to the kind of the ethical conversation, right? So if you would,
So the whole sole reason that you're here is to... You're saying I should become vegan, but you're saying like I don't need to if I don't want to. You're just
you need to
recommending
what?
it?
No.
recommending it?
I'm saying it's a moral obligation to be vegan. Yeah.
Okay. Because of the slaughtering of animals.
Right, because of
Okay.
the rights violations to animals, right?
Yes.
Because in this case, we are causing intentional rights violations, and when I say rights, I mean rights that we grant humans, right? The right to life, the right to not be abused, the right to, freedom, whatever it is. So we are causing intentional rights violations to sentient animals that can feel pain, feel joy when we don't have to.
Yes. I think you have a great mindset, and I respect your values, and you're very knowledgeable in being a nutrition, or what did you study? Did you study nutrition?
I went to school for nutrition, then I changed
Okay.
to psychology. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like this mic. Is a tiger gonna worry if you're vegan or not?
Okay. So
Tigers they're like 700 pounds, right? Have knives for claws.
yeah.
If an animal will kill us, but
Yeah.
we definitely have the intelligence and
Yeah.
the choice to
We have the
say, you know what, we may not need to eat them, right?
Yeah. So I could clarify that. So when it comes to animals, right?
Yeah, I do have to get going.
Sorry, one last thing. I just want to address that. Appealing to one animal behavior but rejecting the other ones is inconsistent. For example, tigers also rape each other in the wild, right? If we look at tigers and say, well, tigers rape each other, so why can't we rape each other, right? I think we would see that that's inconsistent, right? So just because tigers maul gazelles from the inside out, eat them
Right.
raw, doesn't mean that we get to sit at home on our comfy couch, go to the grocery store, buy
No, I'm
meat,
just
and
saying,
cook
like,
it.
they're not thinking about us.
And I would kill a tiger if it tried to kill me, absolutely.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you a card. I don't know whether you use it, but there's a lot of vegan nutrition. There's great vegan channels specifically about lifting. So Brian Turner is one. Lifting Vegan Logic is one. So it's on the About page. Check it out. There's a lot of great options.
Stay healthy, get in the gym, lose some weight, read, treat each other with kindness, love, be positive. It's always going to be better if you just try. Peace out, you world.
Go vegan for
Peace
sure.
out, world.
Amen.
Be vegan. You have the choice to do whatever you want.
But
Amen.
if you think it's immoral, you should go vegan, man.